running 11s. And then a friend of mine with the Skyline was like, why don't you turbo it? And kind of snowballed from there, and I ended up doing the twin turbos and a twin turbo, the 393, and an outlet that was what I built in blue. And then I over revved it, spun a rod bearing. And,
is that what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I was revving it up to like 7,100 RPMs, and I got greedy. And then, but it ran at 5 pounds, ran a 1060 at like close to like 136 or something.
130, yeah.
But
how long did you have that motor for, the 393?
That was the one I bought that the shop was supposed to put in.
Oh, okay.
And, I ended up taking it back apart and rebuilding it because they had it all screwed up. And but that was I ran that, like I said, naturally aspirated for maybe 500 miles, and then 500 miles with the turbos on it.
Yeah.
I don't post anything. I don't have any friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
And Instagram, like I said, strictly Mustangs. And but I set up the social media to try to get the word out for these boxes I make.
Oh.
And it's not. I mean, it's if I sell one, I'm probably more mad if I have to make it and package it up, and it takes an hour of my time. But
yeah,
I seen people selling bump boxes. They wanted $300 for them, and I said I got to be able to make one myself. So I kind of dug into it a little bit, found a timer, and sourced some parts from China. Unfortunately, that's the bad thing now. But
yeah,
I sourced parts, and I can get all the parts for $25. Spend an hour to build it, and I sell them for 100 to 150. It's not. I'm not getting rich off of it. But like I said, I sell maybe 3 a month.
Yeah.
It's just I don't think there's a big market for them.
If someone, because I'm sure we will get some questions, if someone wants one and has questions about them, is it cool that they DM you? You'll get back to them and stuff?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. It's if somebody's got an automatic and a trans brake and a turbo and they want to build boost and stage that way, it's helpful at the track.
Yep.
And it allows you to you get on the first bulb and you sit there and you get into boost, and then you can just kind of inch forward and then release your trans brake and go. That's like for what I sell them for, it's a third of the price of any of the competitors.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's awesome that you do that. And actually, I didn't even know that personally, but now we're letting everybody know. If you guys are interested, just shoot Jimmy a direct message and he'll get you guys hooked up for sure. Really?
I don't want nothing to do with that. My goal, if I have one, would be to drive on these 19-inch wheels and tires to the track and run a 9 something, 9 anything, and drive it home. That's the goal. I mean, I'll need to put a drag radio on the back, but it's at whatever booth though. That's kind of the goal, is to run 9s and
hell yeah,
drive back and forth.
I can't wait to see you accomplish that, man, because I think you have the build to do that. Frank asked, are you having any heat issues? Because I know once you get into boost, whether it's supercharger or turbos, we're creating more heat. Do you have any heat issues?
Well, on my drive today, I've got a 195 thermostat in it. I've got the Mark 8 fan, which is, the king of fans. You can't get any more fan than that. I've got the biggest radiator you can fit in here. It's a Griffin 31 by 19 3-row. It's huge. I rebought the Elderbrock water pump. The first one was leaking. This one's good. I've got a good water pump, a good radiator, a good fan. My alternator is a 200 amp alternator. It's working as it should. And my car still got up to 220 today in traffic, and it was 70 degrees out here. So I was talking to Joe earlier, and he said that his car, he lives in Hawaii, but I don't know how much hotter it is over there, but his he said he's running at 220, 225. So I think I've told you before, anybody that says they have a turbo Fox body, air conditioning, they live in Texas or the desert, and they, sit in traffic bumper to bumper, and they're at 180 all day, they're full of shit. There's just no way that.
That's crazy.
There's no way that with the turbos and these engines that, you can run that cool. Either that or I'm doing something wrong. But
yeah,
it got up to 220 today. 220 makes me kind of uneasy, even though I think it's okay. 220 was as hot as it got. The only thing I can try to remedy it is put the Cobra overdrive pulley on it, which it spins it faster. I don't really, you read that some people say you move the water through too fast, and I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll put some more miles on it with the stock size pulley, and then if I still run around 220, I'll put the Cobra pulley on there and then see if that helps. I put the E85 in it today. It's at E60 right now. That didn't make anything. I think that cools the intake temperature, but it did do nothing for the coolant temp. And then my oil temp got up to 270, which was the highest I've ever seen them.
Oh, wow. Sick Fox actually said that 200 to 215 is that's where they like to run anyway. So I think you're good, man.
Like I said, whether or not it's helpful, I don't know. But
well, that would make sense. Obviously, if it's spinning faster, it's moving that fluid a lot faster. But what you're saying, you're worried about it's moving too fast and not cooling the components.
I don't know if that's just, a lot of people on the internet will say, if you move the water too quick, it doesn't give it time to cool down. I don't know if that theory is wrong or not. I would think if you pulled the hot water or coolant out of the block and moved it through the radiator to circulate, that it would be, you'd want it out of the block and not staying in the block. So
right.
I'll have some data on it, real world, when I change back to that other pulley and see if my temps go down from 220. If I can stay at like 210, 215, I'll be happy with that.
You'll be.
But when they're running, and it's a good time. It takes me back to, me and my wife used to drive in that '93 Cobra all the time, and that's just that's one of my memories that I have. With driving that car with her all the time, and I don't want to say that I've built this car and think that I can go out and drive, and I mean it kind of takes you back a little bit. It's kind of I don't know it's like I don't know what the word I'm looking for. It's like a therapy kind of. You get in the car and drive it, and it just, it's a toy, and it's an expensive toy, and I work hard, and it's just,
you gotta enjoy it, man.
And then the fact that it literally, no matter what you do to your car, you don't have to do anything to it. Like, I know nothing about tuning, and I've taken this car out, 427, twin turbos, new heads, new cam, and I just drove it, and I had no problem going wide open throttle.
So that's sold.
The guy with the Hollies, there's speed density, there is tuning involved. I don't care what you tell me, might be a good system, but you have to do some tuning. You got to you need to make a map.
Yeah.
With this Pro-M, it runs the nitrous. It runs the nitrous, my water meth, E85. I said, I went to the gas station today, put in 12 gallons of E85, and I'm at E60 now, and the computer automatically adjusts.
Wow. Did you send when you got the Pro-M, did you give them your setup? Because I know you can do that.
They for $100 they'll give you your they'll kind of program the computer for you.
Yep.
That's probably something good to learn to do yourself. You input your mass air 30 point, which you need.
Yep.
You need your mass air 30 point. You need your fuel injector data, which you can find online. You need your bore and stroke. Now you input your tire size. your transmission type and things like that. And it, I swear to God, the thing, and I've always, Pro-Am didn't give me no discount. They don't give me no money to, no nothing. But I'll always promote it because when I bought it, I was in a hard place.
Yeah.
Cartoon, and it worked out. And then the owner, Chris, is I'm sure you've heard his name. He's a real good guy. He responds to emails quick. Doesn't ever seem like you're bothering him. A lot of people say you got to get used to his personality, and once you get over that, you know, he's always been very. So he's helped me, you know, at least a dozen, 2 dozen times with issues.
Wow.
If he comes out with a new product, I'll give him my money. I mean, I just, you know,
wow. That says a lot, dude. That
it
really
flat
does,
out works.
man.
It flat out, it just works. It's very simple. But now it has traction control, which I don't like right now. I was getting on it and it was pulling so much timing that it made it feel like something was wrong with the car. So I turned it off, felt normal again. It has traction control, launch control. It reads the fuel pressure at the rail and will adjust if there's anything off, like if you got vacuum leaks or anything, it'll automatically compensate for it with more pulse width. It's doing all this stuff, and like I said, I know nothing about tuning, and it's worth it. If you're gonna modify a car, it's worth it.
Well, dude, with everything that you have going on in your car, man, like, you know, that's the one thing that I don't say I worried about, but that's not like tuning a car is just not like my best, you know, attribute. So I need something like that that's gonna kind of do a lot for me. But I want it to be able to adapt, and I, you know, want to stop spending money going to a tuner. You know what I mean?
And if something's not right with the tune you get, then you're just kind of stuck with it. It's not like they're gonna give you your money back or give you a free tune. So
that's it. They can give you a little high five and see you later.
The Holly might be a real good system for the people that use it and all that, but if you don't know how to tune and you don't want to do anything, then like I said, buy a Pro-Am.
Done deal, man. I'm gonna have to get myself one. We have time. We have 5 minutes left, but I wanted to throw in one last question. If you could have I know you have what you have. It's an amazing car. If you could have one more Mustang, I'm buying it for you. There's no money concern. What Mustang would that be?
Probably I've always wanted a 60s Mustang. 60s convertible would be nice, but I'd probably say a 2000 Cobra R.
Yeah. Oh man.
I've always liked the car. I mean, I've had the 93 Cobra. I just remember coming out of high school, like I said, that 2000 Cobra. I remember seeing one at a showroom back when they came out. I said only 100. Well, I don't know how many they made of the 2000 Cobra R, but I'd probably take that one or a new GT 500. But between those.
Yeah, were you on when Max was on? Max has that
Had it somewhere like in Montana or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because when we were talking to him, I was trying to remember how many. If you guys know, chime in. How many?
Like 300 maybe, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's I mean it's a real small number, but that was I always liked those cars. I mean, you've seen them in the magazines and stuff when they came out.
Yeah, I think that's a phenomenal car to have, especially if, you know, you could have one more. You already have the ultimate Fox body. That would be the icing on the cake if you did have. Yeah, 300 it is. So Ryan said 300.
Well, let me start it up for you guys real quick so you can.
Let's do it. Don't break my speaker. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh man, let's go.
a little noisy, but
I love it.
I gotta show you guys. I'll show you with the cutouts too.
Yeah. Go right ahead, man. The mic's yours. Dude, your car is so stinking clean, man. Yes.
Let me show you the tail lights.
Oh.
A lot of people don't. I put lights in the middle lights where they're just kind of blank spaces. I don't know if you can see them. That was one of the
Okay.
things I like most about it. So when
Oh, dude,
they
that's
blink
so
like that,
sick. Oh, I can see it.
and then when I
Oh,
brake,
dude.
they they blink 3 times, real bright. Um,
That's
but that was
so
kind of
cool. We're gonna get the cutouts.
what's that?
We got about a minute left if you want to do the cutouts.
Okay.
Yeah. Seats are the best. Hell yeah, those seats are sick. Oh yeah. Oh wow. You can hear it right away. Sick, dude. Man, oh man. Hey, before we get cut off, we got 30 seconds. I wanted to say thank you before we got cut off, and I didn't get to say thank you for doing all this, man.
Appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Well, we'll stay in touch, everybody. If you guys have questions about the boxes, shoot Jimmy a message. He's there for you guys. And stay tuned. I got another guest tomorrow. And I appreciate you all. And Jimmy, I appreciate you so much for coming on, brother.
All right, man. Guys have a good